Hey, what's up? My name is Sanctuary. I'm an active player of CPDH and I've been playing it for the past years. I thought about making a video of me building a deck and also talking about my vision of Commander in general. So here we are in front of Clay, the owner of CPDH.guide and CPDH.guide on YouTube. So if you end up with any question at the end of this video, I must recommend you to go look at either his website, either his YouTube channel, and you are more than likely gonna find the answer that you're looking for. Thanks for sponsoring this video, Clay. Love you. On that note, let's let's get right to it. The first picture is gonna get clear to you. So 1 plus 1 equals 3. It's simple. My 1 plus 1 equals 2. Your 1 plus 1 equals 2. If we add them up, our 1 plus 1 as a group is not gonna be 2. It's gonna be something else. Maybe not 3, but not 2. So what I want you to do the next time you're building a deck is to go to Moxfield, look at the other deck list of the same commander you're building, and look at the other idea that the people add, and try to add them to what you're currently doing. You can either do that or just talk with other commander player about the deck you're building directly on Discord, right? One subject that has been talked about quite a lot the past few weeks is this. I don't know how to describe it, so just I'm just gonna go ahead and write it. You are not the be all and all. Let's clear from the get go. You don't have to be the one answering all the table issue. What does that mean? That means that there's four players at the table: Y, Z, X, and M. Me being M being me, and Y being you. If Y does something, it can get answered by Z, X, or me. So it's also true from the damage point of view. In PDH, we all have 30 life, and you're not gonna have to be the one dealing the 90 damage all by yourself. There's always gonna be situation that other people are hitting each other for whatever reason. Let's say they're playing Malcolm or Casket, and they need to be attacking many different players to get the most value out of their commander. That's one example. So you can't base your deck on I need to be dealing all the damage to all the player. But on the other hand, you can't be also basing your deck on a lower number, let's say 50, and assume that there's always going to be someone pushing the pace at the table. Because sometimes you're going to be ending with against combo deck, or and the pace of the game is going to be really slow. So you need to be able to be the one pushing that pace, right? Um, so if you think you have to be the answer for everything that the table has to offer, you're in the wrong. If you think that you have to be the one dealing the 90 damage throughout the table, you're all the wrong. There's no magic number. Get clear. You're an asshole. So that being said, if you choose to openly not play any interaction to maximize your deck speed and consistency, the only consistency you will find is lose. So you're not gonna get a higher win rate because you choose to be selfish and what it's called as a parasite gameplay and hoping that the other player are gonna be saving you instead of yourself. You're in the wrong. It's not gonna happen. Maybe you're gonna get lucky, win a game because you optimize it that way, but your win rate is gonna go lower. You should always have some sort of interaction and being one of the answer of the table. Not all the answer, but being one of them. Being the solution to all the table issue won't make you win. You have 7 cards in your hand. If you use one interaction for each opponent during a turn cycle, you end up cutting your hand in half. With that, not advancing your game plan an inch. So you should not interact because you can, but you should interact because you know. I know that player X transmuted for a feed from the wheel, and he's gonna go infinite if he get to untap with that summoning sickness creature. I'm gonna grab all my marbles and remove that shit. You should do the same. If you are scared of something but you don't know why, falls in the can category, more than likely you should not be interacting with that. One example, I am more than happy to get that 7/7 trample ETB from player Y if I know it ain't coming my way every single turn to put pressure on other player that I can't really putting. So if I can't be the one putting pressure, I want someone else to make pressures on them. It will maybe force the player X, the combo player, to use interaction slash removal towards the player Y. And guess what? I want I want that. I want that the combo player has to spend more energy into surviving than they are putting energy in towards the combo. And an added point is that if Y and X are spending resources to fight each other, the next time X is looking to combo, I still have my interaction ready for them, right? Waiting, I'm waiting in the corner. Just pay that, Malcolm. I'll see you my lightning bolt. Show you my lightning bolt. That's what I say. So magic is always about pushing the right lever at the right time. That's pretty much it. If you know what lever you want to push, what time, you're in the right position. Being the tablet threat from turn one won't make you win. You almost have to make people forget that you exist from early on until your presence can't be denied. Let's say from turn 5 to turn 6. That's where I find the most success, and maybe this truth is not the same for you, and that's fine. I don't want you to find to change your playstyle slash deck building style to be the same as me, but I rather want you to see my vision and build your own. When it comes to deck building, I want you to have your own step, but sometimes in life, you gotta see someone walk to learn how to walk. First step I take when I build a deck is to find a commander that I find interesting. So if you don't have any idea of what you want to build, a good thing is to go jam some game and see what your opponent deck are doing. And from there, you can have a more focused thought on what you want to build. Please don't build a deck because you've been murdered with it. What you can take from the deck is either to pick their color combination or the mechanic they were doing. That's what I recommend you. You can go the path of building the deck that fuck you, but in that case, you should rather just pick up their deck list because they know what they're doing and you don't know. Right? So just get used to build deck before moving on to building a more consistent whatever. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I hope you get the vision, right? If you focus on what your deck can't do, strongly recommend you to build something else. If you have chosen this commander, it's because of the good thing you find in it and not the one thing it can't do. I hope I'm being clear. In my case, I've decided to build Loyal Apprentice. It's a 2/1 ace for 2 in mono red. It has Lieutenant, which we get to use in PDH because we are only required to play an uncommon creature as a commander. It doesn't have to be legendary. At the beginning of a combat on our turn, if you control your commander, which we do, we create a 1/1 colorless Tapter artifact with flying. It gains ace until the end of turn. So what do I see? I see that I get to have one ETB every single turn. That ETB is also an artifact. Curve is going to be really low because you can get that commander out as soon as turn 1, and the most late that this commander is going to be on field is turn 2. What is really nice with this commander is that you don't have to be scared of exit. Edict is a mechanic that everybody sacrifices a creature, right? You're gonna have that one Topter that you can throw in the garbage that you don't really care. It already has done its thing, and if your commander is able to save himself from Edict, I think it's nice, right? Um, the creature that you produce as evasion, we're gonna be abusing that. Um, won't feel good to have uh, force someone to remove a Topter because he became too much threatening. We're also gonna have to abuse that. So I think that we're gonna be playing a lot of equipment in the deck, and a lot of things that gonna make the Topter a must be dealt threat. So that's the line I see just looking at the commander. Let's move on. The clear path that the decks provide. Since our creature is flying, we can delve into all the card that cares about attack and connecting attack. Since we produce artifact, we can push that strength, this strength, and look at all the card that works with artifact. So there's many keyword that works with artifact. Affinity for artifact, improvise. We produce a bunch of 1/1. So we could also be looking into convoke. But that one I denied it because I want my top tier to put pressure on people, right? I don't want my top tier to be tapping, producing something else, and so on. So no convoke in the deck. So we get to play Sojourner Companion and Mirror Enforcer. 3/4/4? Fuck man. What else do you want? The land base is also a point that we can try to optimize. And you should also do it. You're mono blue, you should try to have more island to optimize eye type. If you are mono black, you will do the same, but for bubbling mark. Then what do we get to do in mono red? Since we are not peeps hungry, and we don't have those cards to stand for, the bubbling mark. There's no bubbling mark of red. Sadly. We get to play all the colorless land, all the best colorless land. And what's happening to do? It's fixing some red issue. So two of the colorless land that we get to play, Adventurer Inns and Radiant Fountain, they gain us life. There's not many life gain in red, so I take that. The other one are what I call deck filtering and top deck control. Have you ever seen a red card that says cry? I'm yet to see one, right? So all those three landings, Iron Grotto, Conjured Python, Crystal Grotto, they are fixing that issue. It's not really an issue, but if we can have it for free, fuck yes. Dark City Citadel, where we were talking about the artifact plan in the deck. I'm signing up for it. Now let's play a game. I pick out a bunch of red cards. Some of them are in the deck. It's one of the main attribute that we're gonna be pushing in the deck. As I said, I want all my top tier to become a threat. And what does those cards do us is exactly that. +2/+0 to all your creature. You know that they're gonna be connecting more than likely because of the flying. So now they have to deal with it. Some of the card here I picked, some of the card I did not. I want you to pause the video there and make some choice over which one you should pick and which one you want. What I'm doing when I'm building a deck is I look at other deck lists and I realize the game plan of that deck. Let's say I'm looking at Gretchen. I'm looking at all the land enchantment and what they do. First off, I'm gonna be picking out the better one. Later on, if I'm missing card, I'm struggling pushing the 100. I'm gonna go back to look at the other one that I did not pick out. First off, I'm gonna pick out the better one and leave the worst one, the one that are doing nothing else, apart. In that case, I know that you can't see the CMC of the one in the first row. It's 3. They all are doing +2/+0 for 3. I end up picking none of them. On the other hand, Wildfire Elemental is let's say the second, maybe the best card in the deck. This card is broken. Just in this deck, but when it does its thing, is broken. Back attack. It's the second better one. Card grind red. We don't see many of those. It can go up to 3 + 3 + 0 for 3 mana. Crazy good. Banner raise +1 + 0. I've choose to play that one too. Um, so let's say we pick any of those. We get +2 + 0 for 3 mana. So it means that we get +1 for 1.5 mana. This one we get +1 for 1 mana. So it's more cost efficient. I like that. Our curve is really low. So sometimes you're going to be able to add up the banner raise to the Gnaning Crescendo for 4 mana, and all the creature has +3 + 0. Casting 2 of them during the same turn cycle, more than likely it's not going to happen. So basically, I'm gonna move on really fast on that one. I already been talking enough, but I pick out all the cards that are doing something else, and I'm really high on cards that are doing it, but they are creature based too, just like Goblin Bushwhacker or the Wildfire Elemental. Having a body on field plus doing the ability is really nice. It can be Edgic Fodder, it's blocker, it helps keep our life total higher. I like that. On that, I've put a bunch of cards, like I said above, cards that care about attack. So there's no initiative. Maybe later on I'm gonna be ending up adding initiative, but I know for a fact that I want Monarch. Mono Red is not known for card drop. We're gonna have Monarch every single turn we play with this deck. The other thing that is interesting, we were talking about making our top tier threat. Now we get all those equipment that if they remove the top tier, we put it on another one and we don't care. But they also are ramp. We get to have a bunch of treasure. And Shiny Impetus in particular is doing the threat thing, doing the treasure thing, but it's also what I call a removal. If you end up playing a Dargo, I'm gonna be putting Shiny Impetus on it, and I'm fine with it. Go swing someone else, right? So I really enjoy multitask card that are doing more than one thing as one card. This is one of them. We need to push the pace of the game. So our 1-1 top tier aren't gonna win us the game fast enough, right? Where if we just base our damage from 1-1, we're gonna give too much time to combo player to win. So I've put all the most relevant finger that I found. Uh, they're all notable for a reason. I really enjoy the finger that have 3 toughness because most of the mass removal does 2. There's some that does 3, but it's rarer. Michigan Elder is the latest addition to the finger that we add, and this one produced the finger, but we get to have the body still. So it's a 2-for-1 card, and really enjoy that. So let's move on to the other part. I don't want to stay too much about that one. We all know fingers. Um, Player removal is control. So those cards just any target. It's gonna be dealing damage any target, and most of the time I'm gonna choose your face. So when we get to turn 3, 4, 5, we get access to that mana. We can just do the top tier trigger and keep up your mana and be ready to just say, "Oh, you want to do this? You're gonna get 8 in your face in response." And now here comes the political point of view of the deck. So even though you're aggro, you can abuse those Scepter with card that ask to sack your creature because you don't really care about those Scepter. They're always on token, you're gonna get one every single turn. So all the card that has an additional cost, sacrifice creature, you can afford yourself to play them. So it's really nice to have those political situation of Are you really sure you want to do that? Uh, and one addition to the deck that I really enjoy, and I think I'm going to be putting in more deck, is Zektor Shrine. Um, it's 2 mana, landfall. When you get to 3 counter on it, you can remove those counter and produce a 7/1 trample with ace. I don't want you to use that card right away when you get to those 3 counter. I want you to keep it up, and if it will force all the table to be more smart about where and why they swing. And if someone decide to go all out, tapped out, maybe you get to kill someone just from that 7/1 trample, right? On the other hand, you can also keep those counter up, and if someone decide to swing at you, you got you got a 7/1 blocking. Maybe you're gonna get trample damage to your face, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be killing something, right? So it's really nice. I really love that card. When I talk about people coming up with idea that you didn't see, this is one of the idea I didn't see, which is Clay that brought it up. It's grab that allows you to play Royal Apprentice on turn one. Royal Apprentice on turn one is scary for me. It's value, man. Value town. I really enjoy that. I think it's a really nice to have your commander on turn one. Don't get pushed too much. Don't go out too much on your board. As I said, you don't want to be the threat on turn one, two, three. Uh, but I don't know. Turn one apprentice. I can't. I can't get over it. Don't listen to what I said. Just do it. When I said earlier to not focus on what they can't do, was regarding the commander. Now let's talk about the deck identity. Red is not known for card draw, but I don't want to be on a low curve deck, explosive turn one, turn two, turn three, and lose because the deck is running low on gas. So I'm thinking about 20 card that says exile your top. You can play it until your end of the next turn, draw, whatever. Every single card that I have access, not every single, but like 20, you get the point. It's a lot. So I'm not gonna be the one without any interaction, any card in hand, just looking at what the table is doing because I don't have my commander on the table anymore. I want to be proactive. I want to have cards in hands, and I'm fixing that issue. This is the last thing I want to talk. It's a card that is not good in general, but in that deck, it's insane. It's called Raid Bombardment, and whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attack, Raid Bombardment deal 1 damage to the player or the planeswalker that creature is attacking. So it's basically doubling all the damage from the top there. Crazy. So I wanted to highlight that as the card of the deck. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. Comment, like, share, whatever. At the end of the day, I just want you to go on Clay channel and look at his content. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, yeah, just see you on the next episode where I build a deck from the ground up with you. See you later.